Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know I was missing out on action for quite some time, but I am back now. But before I begin with this video, here's a gentle reminder to all of you to keep hydrating yourselves because it's really hot here in India. So first, take a sip of water with me and then continue watching this video. This is very important, guys. We need to keep hydrating ourselves in this extreme summer heat that we are going through. So yeah, during this video we'll keep sipping on water. And yeah, now I'm going to tell you, I'll come to the point. The reason why I was away for such a long period of time is because some things were happening in my personal life. I was going through some kind of a transition, and during that time I just didn't have the bandwidth to put new content or come up with new videos, but also during this time I was reading a lot, but I wasn't reading your mainstream fiction or non-fiction books. I was more into spiritual reading. Those books really helped me come out of this tough phase, and today I'm finally ready to not just read those books or talk about those books, but also get back to my usual reading where I read classics, non-fiction, fiction books and all sorts of books. So yeah, before I move on to what books I'm currently reading, I will briefly tell you about this phase and what kind of books I was reading. The books that really helped me were all the books written by one author, and that's Thich Nhat Hanh. He was a Buddhist Vietnamese monk who passed away in January of 2022, as recent as that, and he was a staunch follower of mindfulness. Now for those of you who don't know, mindfulness is a meditation practice where we just focus on here and now. We let go of the past, we let go of the future, and we just focus on here and now. And it can be practiced by concentrating on your breathing, or whenever you're doing any kind of task. For example, if you're washing dishes, you just have to focus on the task that you're doing, be it brushing your teeth, be it walking, or be it just sitting. So that allows your mind to just focus on the present and dwell into here and now. And his books are full of wisdom. They are bite-sized chapters that you can easily consume, but they remain with you. It's like a lifestyle change if you want to bring in your life. I think mindfulness is something that you should definitely look at. You won't believe, I have read 12 books of Thich Nhat Hanh during this period, and right now I'm on my 13th book. All of his books have really helped me. So now I'm going to tell you some of the books, because I can't name all the 12 books. Maybe I'll do it in my quarterly wrap up or something, but right now I'm just going to name a few books that have stayed with me. Although all of his books that I've read are really nice, but some of them that come to my mind at this moment are Silence by Thich Nhat Hanh, Anger, Fear, Art of Communication, Fidelity, How to Love. These are some of the books that have remained with me. And there's another book which is also quite close to my heart of his, is At Home in the World, which is almost like a autobiography or a semi-autobiographical book by Thich Nhat Hanh. So if you want to know more about mindfulness, I urge you to read more of Thich Nhat Hanh's books, or start reading Thich Nhat Hanh's books. And trust me, they're simply written books, bite-sized chapters, and real life examples are given. But you know, let me tell you something. Spirituality is something that I feel you will understand it better when you are in that space, because a year ago I had read one of his books and I was mighty impressed by the content, but today when I reread that book, how much I could connect with it, how much I could feel it. The power of that book was communicated to me in much better way at this point in time when I really needed it. So I think these kind of books, even if I recommend you honestly that you should go and read this book, you should wait for these books to call you, and when you're ready, then only you should read these books. So that's about my spiritual side of it. I have really enjoyed reading all of his books, and if you want more information, you can definitely ask me in the comments and I'll be happy to guide you. And now coming back to other books that I have read during this time, and they have really helped me. And one book that, or one author that has stood out for me apart from Thich Nhat Hanh, is Julia Cameron. Now those of you who are aware about The Artist's Way, which is one of her most famous books, they must be knowing about this ritual that she has propagated through this book. The Artist's Way is the ritual of morning pages. Now morning pages is a free flowing writing writing that you do early in the morning. You write 3 pages only, and during this, while writing these 3 pages, you just write whatever comes to your mind, and you have to do it first thing in the morning, and you cannot stop. And you can, even if you don't know, I don't know what to write, then you just write it down. I don't know what to write, but keep writing for this 3 pages. And I have been doing this free flowing writing or free flowing journal writing for all more than 2 months now, and I have seen immense difference in how I process things. It's therapeutic, it's cathartic, and I think if you really want to give this a shot, you can read the Artist Way book, or you can just read about Morning Pages online and give this practice a shot. The book that I have read of Julia Cameron is Right to Life. In that she talks about writing, how you can improve your writing, and in that book also she talks in detail about the Morning Pages. And the Artist Way, which I have just spoken about, which is her most famous book, I have just started reading it, and it's a 12-week program. It's like every week she asks you, there is a chapter for every week, and every week she asks you to do certain tasks. So I am reading it very slowly. I am on week 7. Every weekend I read one chapter or one section. Okay, so now coming back to the books that I am currently reading. Apart from The Artist Way by Julia Cameron, I am also reading a classic, and that's Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing the name correctly, but please forgive me for that. The book is very interesting. It is divided into 6 parts, and currently I'm on part 2, and I'm actually enjoying the story. It's thrilling, it's very nice. People have mixed opinions about this book, but I'm really enjoying this classic, and I'm going to talk about it more in my coming videos. Apart from that, I'm also reading my 13th book of Thich Nhat Hanh, which is Peace of Mind, and that's about it, guys. These are the books that I'm reading. Oh, I forgot, I'm also rereading Pride and Prejudice. I had started this way back in January, but then I had to stop it for the reasons that I just mentioned in the first part of this video, and now I am planning to restart it. So I have restarted it already, and I'm hoping to finish it soon. That's it, guys, for this video. I had come here to just tell you that I'm back, and I will come up with some interesting content for you. And before I go, let's do this one more time. Let's just take a sip of water. Well, it's so difficult to just stop at one sip because I'm really thirsty. So after I finish recording this video, I'm going to go and drink a lot of water, at least finish this bottle, and I hope you will also do this. Stay hydrated, stay safe, and stay healthy. I'll see you again in my next video.